Hello and welcome to the What the Nuck podcast, the podcast for Canucks fans. I'm your host, Ridey, alongside my good friends and co-hosts, Prabby and Gunny.
Wow. All three of us on the
All
pod.
three of us are, the boys are back.
It's like the fucking Infinity Stones right now.
It's honestly been 2 months, I want to say.
It's been a while, boys.
Yeah.
Good that we're back together, though, to talk about the Canucks. Get the brooms out because they swept this season series of the Edmonton Oilers.
Not surprised.
No, I'm not either. They're
First
rent-free
time
in their
since
heads.
2015, the Big Willie first year.
Oh,
God damn.
Yeah.
that's a good little
That guy
tidbit
comes in with
there,
the most
buddy.
obscure stats guy, man.
I
do.
honestly, hey, I'm not taking the credit for it. I just saw it on Twitter.
Put him on the notes.
I
Put 'em on the
ran
notes.
with it. It might not even be true, but
All right, get us back on track, Ridey. Come on.
All right, here we go. Yeah, boys, this game pretty tight. A lot different from the first three games the Canucks played the Oilers in the first month of October there, but nonetheless, they still get the win. And huge shout out to Casey DeSmith. Stopped 32 of 33 shots. What were you guys' thoughts on the way DeSmith performed and bounced back from the previous games that he played?
I think we'll do the classic. Let a Gunny go first.
Wow. How kind of this, man. I don't even know how to do it with three people on the pod, but DeSmith, I started like 3 minutes late and I saw the shots were 6-0, and then they kept going. Like they had that Draisaitl chance, or like when he cut to the middle and they put it on, and then he got the rebound as well. Like he had to be sharp that first 10 minutes of the first, and he was. And that was the big part. Like we saw it in the Vegas game with Seelovs, where he just kind of let in a couple of less than ideal ones to start.
Oh, stinkers.
There it is. I was looking for the word. But then DeSmith was on top of his game. He's obviously had a rough stretch going into this, but he did everything we could ask for the guy that game. And he, honestly, great confidence boost to the boys going into the
100%.
playoffs.
Yeah. Man, I couldn't believe it. I'm so sad I missed this game. It's so
Missed
sad.
this game.
Casual.
Well, I didn't get to watch it like through and through. Like when I was just sitting in the car. I wasted so much data, but that's besides the point. Yeah, dude, what a great game. Finally we can put these dumb Oilers fans to rest. We're not the same team we were back in November. We are not the same team. It's different now.
They already have as long as he is. We probably should mention that they didn't have good old McDavid because he was scared. He's
Fun
ducking
fact
us.
for you, we didn't have McDavid for all four against him, and we still beat them.
Wow.
Try harder.
Bars.
Boys are finding
Bars.
this. It's not going to
we-
help. They're going to keep making their excuses. And at the end of the day, it's regular season.
No, but
I'm happy we
Oh,
swept them.
100%.
The
Yeah.
we didn't have McDavid call is so dumb because everybody claims to the Oilers that they're literally a one-man team, and then they lose without McDavid, and then they say we didn't have McDavid, but they'll say that they're not a one-man team. So how does that make any sense?
They're
Like,
a
make it
two-man
make
team.
sense. No, Draisaitl, honestly, Draisaitl's washed. That guy,
Wow.
oh my God.
Oh, God.
Good to
I'm knocking
know.
on wood
No,
right
I'm
now.
Kidding. He's not washed. But man, like without McDavid, man, he looked kind of. It must suck going from Connor McDavid feeding you that 1T to fucking Evander Kane on the power play feeding you that 1T.
Vander Kane
Slight
had a dog
downgrade.
in him that game, though.
He did.
Carson
He was
Soucy
going-
took that dog out of him.
Yeah, he kept
For
coming, though. Honestly, a
real.
lot of the Susi and Zadorov specifically, like big boys playing big boy hockey there. Like Zadorov just made me laugh sometimes with the stuff he does. He does the big hit and he just refuses to fight. He's like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. No, just like we were saying there, DeSmith, incredible in this game. He's beat the Oilers twice now.
Yeah.
Or technically, if you want to share the win in the first game because Demko had to leave because he was throwing up, he's kind of
Oh,
beat them 2.5 times, right?
Forgot about that.
Yeah. This guy's
Goal
got a noggin
controversy.
on him.
Jeez.
But yeah, no, he and the games that DeSmith played prior to this, he hasn't had a win in his last 4 starts prior to this one. All those games were playoff teams, and they were heavy teams. He was playing too much for being a backup because he's a good backup. He's just getting overworked, right? He had to play LA, Dallas, Vegas, and LA again. Like that's a bit of a murderer's row for DeSmith, right? So
Yeah.
for him to come back out and bounce back, I saw a tweet by Kevin Woodley, and he was saying that for the last like week here, DeSmith has stayed out late after practice, even some days when like the media's already gone, and he was working with Ian Clark. And also, yeah, that's another guy you got to shout out right there, Ian Clark, amazing goaltending coach. I don't know if any other.
Oh, look how one game just cleanses this guy's 4-game loss streak for us. Like, we're such reactive fans. No, I'm not saying we, because I'm not, but come on. Oh, I am. But
Oh
it's
yeah,
still
you're
one game.
100%.
Oh, yeah, I'm reactive.
Yeah, but
Well,
Gunny, this wasn't just one game. This is a big game. This is like
it was
stakes
still
for
one game.
still one game, but a game that really helps us pretty much solidify, again, knocking on wood right now as we speak,
That was what made it a big
first
game,
in the
yes.
Pacific, right?
Almost. We probably can run us through all the scenarios if he wants. Do you want to do that
Yeah,
live on pod?
We'll talk about that. Let's talk
Cool.
about that towards the end here, I think,
There's like
right?
8. Yeah, there's like 8 different scenarios.
Yeah.
There's so
Probably
many.
just Doctor Stranging it, telling me about all the timelines.
I was doing
And which
some mental
timeline do
math
we
for two,
win?
But yeah, like Gunny was saying too, DeSmith, right at the start too. The shots are 12-3 at one point. Also Miller right away. This is one thing Vancouver's got to get out of their game. Toronto, the dumb penalty in the first 5 minutes of the game killed his team. Stop taking dumb penalties at the start.
They're not gonna.
No, absolutely not. It's just when the period starts. I think it's happened like multiple times now. Like it's not just like start of the game, dude. They took a penalty like a minute into the second as well.
No, they definitely did. But yeah, and hopefully, yeah, that just gets cleaned up. Like that's just a discipline thing. It's the first time these boys are going to be hitting playoffs together outside of the bubble year, obviously. So,
Yeah.
they'll learn as they go. Yeah, quick shout out here. I would like to hear Gunveer's thoughts on the performance of Ilya Mikheyev.
That's that guy hurts to watch, man. My boy Teddy Bluger behind the net, fighting for his life, dives to toss his up front, goes to Mikheyev, and like it was whatever. It was a good enough shot for Mikheyev, but it was just on top of like that first period. He had like 4 chances to do something, and it's just like the play goes there to die.
Yeah,
I just don't know how. Like
Yeah.
I still remember when he's first coming from Toronto, they kept saying this guy has no finish. Like he's gonna frustrate you. He has no finish. I'm like, all right, it's fine. He'll play defense, but no, this guy's frustrated me to no end with no finish. Like I'm down with your old Beauvillier takes, and this guy's just the new. Like he has no spot on our team. Like where is he? Like, I couldn't even tell you where he finished that game. Hopefully he was on the bench, but I don't know what line he's even playing on now. Like they keep trying him in the top 6, hoping to get him somewhere, but there's nowhere to really put him.
The game that I saw him when I went to go see them against Winnipeg, guy played an amazing game.
That was just one good game.
No, not just that. Recently too, this week against Vegas, he played a good game too. He has these games where I'm like, man, this guy has the dog in him, but it just goes away. So all Mikheyev has to do, I don't care if he's not scoring, just create havoc. And like that's like a huge thing with like the third line of this team with Garland and Joshua, right? Like they're scoring obviously, so that helps. But they push play, they drive play, they make it hard for the other team to get out. It creates momentum for the other top 6 lines that we have in Pettersson's and Miller's, right? Like Mikheyev just has to do something.
He has to
especially
do,
if you're getting 5 chances.
Yeah, he does. What he did against Vegas is like that was nuts. I don't think I've ever seen him do that. Yeah. He was going crazy. I like Mikheyev. He does all the little things.
Yeah. We all talk about him like we used to talk about Beagle, Roussel, and Eriksson. That's like because he's making 4.75. Let's not forget that. But at this point, it's playoff time. I don't care if he's only the one sore spot on our team. It's fine because he is someone that could find his game. Like imagine just a couple of bounces go his way during the playoffs. That's all you need.
I'll tell you this: if we make it to a Game 7 overtime these playoffs, am I taking Elias Pettersson? Taking Ilya Mikheyev.
Wait, who are you taking? Penalty shot. You got to choose one. Philip Roner. Or are you taking Ilya Mikheyev?
I'm taking Ilya Mikheyev because he probably want to ask 60 guys on the bench on what to do.
You're
Dude, he
pissed
was like,
about that?
actually, okay, quickly, like, I know we're not going to talk
I
about the
want to
Yost
answer
game all
this
that much.
question too.
Yeah. Okay. Roenick gets tripped up, right? That was like hype. I'm like, that's a penalty shot. Rep points to center. We're like, let's go, right? He's up, like he's dead too. It was on the penalty kill, so he's gassed. He's on the bench, huddled over. He talks to Hughes. He talks to Pedersen. He talks to Miller. I think he talked to like a couple other boys too. But he's talking to the elite of the elite in Vancouver, right? And I'm like, oh, this guy's about to forehand, backhand, Forsberg, Datsuk, flip this thing because he talked to Petey and all these guys, right? And he comes down with a fake clap that like I wouldn't have even bid on, and then he just puts it in
Yeah.
Ingram's glove.
That's a cap.
Absolute heinous.
That's a
Absolute
cap.
heinous.
Nah, Draddy
he
doesn't
would've
bite on
bit.
that. No one.
No,
No one.
Draddy
bit on
fell
that.
off his couch as soon as he fucking fake clapped that.
That was the worst fake clap, and then
Yeah.
like just
Brutal.
like two more fake shots, and then just tosses it.
He should have teed it off. I don't know why he went for the fake.
I think
He
he
If
was in
he
his own
teed it
hand.
off and it like Ingram saved it, I'm like, wow, like that's a weird. Wow, I sounded like Owen Wilson there. Wow. But no, like he just should have teed off. Even if Ingram saved it, it's like, oh, at least he tried something, right? Like,
He tried
what are
what
we
he's good
doing?
at. A powerful shot.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
he's good at wiring that puck. I don't
He
know.
should have done anything other than what he did. Is what we're getting at.
Yeah, facts.
So who you haven't? Probably who's your answer to that? Mikheyev or Roenick?
I'm getting on my hands and knees and begging for a power play.
Ref points the center and you're crying like no.
Not like
I think
this.
I think I take Roenick there. I'm just going off of like player vibes. Like he probably wants to like do better, and like he probably wants to redeem himself a
Mikheyev's
little
already
bit there.
paid. He's
McCabe's already chalked.
I'll take Mikheyev for the sake of argument.
disrespectful.
Okay, back to this Oilers game quickly. Speaking of Mikheyev and just depth on Vancouver, yeah, he's been struggling a little bit, but we get a goal from none other than our boy Sammy Lafferty with 15 seconds to go in the first. Skinner loses his net a little bit there, but what a shot, man. Like he waited patiently for Skinner to kind of lose it a bit, and then he sniped it. Great goal by Lafferty.
The 3-on-2.
Lafferty.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Lafferty's had some timely goals. I just like the guy. I just like
Yeah.
when he scores.
I think he's going to be absolutely massive in the playoffs.
I think so too.
Is that your guy?
He's not my guy's Ilya Mikheyev, hands down.
That's
Oh,
insane,
God.
dude. Is it a shtick? Like you believe in for the depth guy? You think it's Mikheyev?
I feel like you'd have
No, I don't
to
think-
take Podkolzin out of any
No,
depth.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think Mikheyev's had a pretty bad year on the offensive side, and I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
like,
really.
I don't know. I still want to believe in him, and think he'll have pretty good playoffs. That's all I'm gonna say. But Sam Lafferty, I love his game. He's
That's
just so in your face, and
He's a Raffi Torres, man. Of this, he's a modern day Raffi Torres for us. He's not as like physical and power forward as.
Raffi Torres without the physicality.
Raffi Torres without the physicality works at Costco, all right?
Hey, he's bald, okay? He's got a little strawberry blonde in the.
Like, what is this called? Like this?
No, I'm just
that
saying he
doesn't
scores,
sound
like to your point, he scores timely goals, and I think he's going to be a big part of this playoff run. I think he's going to score some big goals. He's going to hit. No, he still hits guys. He's still a physical guy.
Has he ever left his feet center ice twice?
Well, no, he's not predatory on him. It's not like
There's no
Raffi there.
Torres.
All right.
That was an
How many
odd
clutch
choice.
goals has Raffi Torres scored in your brain?
Huh? I did
I
you watch the
remember one.
2011
I think it
playoffs?
was-
There was one in the final.
Yeah, one in the final. There was a couple before that against the Sharks and all that too.
Hey, if you have the memory of this guy's got the Raffi Torres. I think
Buddy.
Game 7 Chicago, he Campoli tries to clear it and then Raffi Torres stops it.
It was Burrows.
Oh, was it Burrows? Oh, I thought it was Raffi Torres. My bad.
Okay, you're off the pod. Actually,
Yeah,
if you can't
jeez.
remember that, Alex Burrows.
How do you guys not know I'm making a joke there? What do you think I'm serious? I thought Raffi
You're-
Torres.
You're not.
signed
You're
it.
not he's trying to
Campoli
save
tries
himself.
to clear Torres.
Brabby, get this
You guys
guy off the
thought-
pod.
thought I was Raffi Torres.
No. This is
Torres.
he's trying to save himself right now. This is
I
insane.
thought Raffi Torres exercised the demons. My bad.
Anyway, so Lafferty opens the scoring in this game. It's the 51st time the Canucks have opened the scoring, which leads the NHL. That's a
That's
great.
absurd.
It's absurd, and it's such a good thing for Vancouver to do. Hopefully, they can continue that come playoff time because playing with the lead. This game actually, I don't know if like you guys thought the same thing. This was very reminiscent of the start of the year where Vancouver would have the lead and they would just be able to work on it or defend it properly, right? Like there was no I was so worried in this game because the Oilers were pressing, but Vancouver played great team defense in this game.
Didn't they outshoot the Oilers once they had the lead?
I
Am I
do
tripping?
not
I'll check
have
the
that stat
stats
for
while
you.
Gunny starts rambling on.
Hell yeah, I'll keep rambling. Yeah, no, the Canucks played a full game. It was defensively sound. There wasn't like those classics that we've had. Like there was the LA game specifically. I don't know why they do it to us so much, but where like we look like the old Canucks where that slot is just open.
Yeah.
There was like the Vegas game even. There was a couple of the cross creases that were like kind of like, come on. But like it was like it was like Eichel doing them, so like you give
Yeah.
more credit to the offense there. But it used to be like anyone would beat us to the front of the net, and I feel like
Yeah.
LA does that to us. But with Edmonton, we were shutting them down properly. And I still, it's hard to say what happens if they have McDavid.
Mhm.
We can see at the beginning of the season we whooped them when they had him anyways. But I think Canucks just match up much better with them. I think LA just has our goddamn number.
Yeah.
I don't know when we're going to the playoff scenarios, but dear God, I want to avoid them.
Yeah, I think like in that game specifically, obviously, because McDavid's an animal against us and an animal against every team, he would have made those power plays 10 times more scarier. Like I still think this game was, again, hats off to all the boys. They played a great team defense game and DeSmith played unreal. But yeah, like we didn't get to see the full-fledged Oilers. That being said, like we said earlier, Demko wasn't there as well, even though DeSmith
And
played
Miller
amazing.
also shuts down McDavid, as we've seen all year.
And
Yeah.
Lindholm shuts down Draisaitl now, apparently.
Lindholm had a great game.
I do want to say, after we took the 1-0 lead, so in the second and third periods, we got outshot 20-18. So it's still really even.
Not bad at all.
Out-hit them by like 11 or 12 or something.
Yeah. No, and then yeah, so like the Canucks extend on this lead off the Lafferty goal there with a nice, great play by Tyler Myers. I think he was just actually trying to throw it on net, but Suter tips it in, and it's 2-0 Canucks.
That's cankle killer Tyler Myers there. Dude, his Bambi legs were coming in clutch there because I didn't know where he was going.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like he literally just like, I think he threw it on net, but it was just a perfect pass to Suter, and Suter just tipped it in. That was a nice goal.
That was great. They didn't expect it.
On purpose or not. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some people were saying that one's like a fluky goal, but like,
yeah,
I mean,
when I was at Moe's, I was like, let's go. And I was like fired up. Me and Golby were celebrating, and they were like, that's so fluky. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, that was kind of fluky.
You tell me Pia Suter can't do that every time? Like,
Pia Suter, the man that you are.
Puce.
Yeah, no, and then, okay, this goal I thought was fluky. I thought Talk was going to challenge, and I was kind of upset when I saw this because I thought DeSmith could have got the old SO. But Kane gets that tip-in goal to cut the lead in half.
Apparently it was a double tip.
Yeah. It was, yeah. You could see it go off of Connor Brown.
Didn't they give the goal to Connor Brown?
No, it went to Evander Kane.
Oh,
24th on the year.
Fair enough.
That wasn't a high stick. That wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Initially, like, just seeing it as a Canuck fan and being in a hostile environment with a bunch of Oilers fans, I was like, that's a high stick.
I thought it was a high stick too until they showed the one angle. Then I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I'll trust our video page over me watching on my TV.
But yeah, no, that pretty much says it for this game here, boys. Like Garland, Dakota Joshua, and Lindholm embrace after they get the empty net there, courtesy of Dakota Joshua. And the boys just like cruise in the third period. Like there was a couple of sketchy moments. I thought this game was like called pretty evenly. There was a couple of calls that maybe the Oilers should have got there. Like Draisaitl did get taken down when he made that cut to the middle in the third. That probably should have been a penalty on us. But outside of that,
I cross-checked Zadorov like 6 times after he got hit, and they were just like, let it happen.
Yeah, that's true. Getting close to playoff hockey, right?
Yeah, they're always going to let stuff go.
Fair enough.
If the power plays are 2-2, you can't complain. At the end of the day.
No, exactly.
That's actually true.
Yeah, and then the one other thing I just kind of wanted to mention to you guys is because Shorthouse, he's not a national broadcaster, right? And Harner Ryan actually called this game pretty good for the most part. there's just a couple of things because I do know like him and Louis are slightly Edmonton homers. Chris Cuthbert and Craig Simpson, another good broadcast, but they're slightly Toronto Maple Leafs homers, right? And in this game in particular, Myers crunches Fogle, flattens him, right? And
Yep.
there's just no call on it. There's no excitement on it. And I just like, how did he miss? They didn't even mention it in the replays.
Fogle got the puck in deep. Like, what more do you need to know about that play?
I need to know that Myers clobbered a guy.
I thought Brian was about to go off there. But yeah, no, I genuinely hate the broadcast when they're doing it. Like, it's just like, I think it was like Bouchard on like the half wall. Like, and he's like, Bouchard with a wrister. And it, like, it doesn't get, there's like 3 guys in front. Hits the first guy's ankle. He's like, oh, it doesn't go in. I'm like, what are you excited about? What gets you going in the morning? Like,
Yeah.
People were mad that he was wearing a blue and orange tie. Did you guys see that?
Who cares?
Yeah, I know.
That's
what I said.
ridiculous.
I was like, you're just looking way too far into it at that point.
Yeah. I will
do
say
think-
though. Oh, go
I
ahead.
think he's wearing that for Vasaki.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, people are just looking way too far into it.
Yeah,
I will say, he is kind of a homer towards the Oilers and the Jets.
Oh, Jets
No.
too, really?
Yeah, I've seen him commentate a few Jets games, and how excited he gets when Scheifele scores is pretty nuts.
It's a Scheifele missile. I don't know what he says.
I thought that is what he said. I had no clue.
No, I don't know.
I would.
I don't hate
I
him as
just
a
find him odd.
commentator. I don't hate him as a commentator. I think he's a good commentator and all that fun stuff. Just don't let him do my team's games.
All that fabulous stuff. Yeah.
I think
I-
he's just so weird about his excitement on some stuff. Like
Mhm.
he's just overly excited, and like it doesn't work when it's just like a wrister from the point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
It
Also,
just, like,
Louis-
doesn't work for me.
Louis DeBrusque is the Oilers' actual like color commentator. How the hell
Yeah,
does he get a national game for the Oilers?
I don't mind Louis from time to time. Like some of his analysis is all right, but yeah, there's sometimes I'm just like, what are we doing here? I will say though, boys, if I'm thinking about how the playoffs are going to shape up here, this is exactly how they'll do it, right? Toronto's in the playoffs, so at least until Toronto gets knocked out or something, they have Chris Cuthbert and Craig Simpson, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the Oilers, they always have Harner Ryan and Louis DeBrusque. I think we're getting some short house games here, boys.
Nice. Well, fucking deserved. With Ray?
Hopefully, Ray. No,
Stop
no
shitting
offense.
on my boy Dave Tomlinson.
actually
Dude,
think it's not Dave's bad, and he's improved over the season.
He
and
has, yeah.
I'm more than happy to have him coming back next year and keep building his chemistry. It's just so much better with Ray.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you're-
crazy how much better it is
It's not me
with Ray.
shitting on Dave. It's just like Ray's obviously clearly better.
Yeah. Well, Ray's also been on TV doing that stuff
Yeah.
for a long time.
Forever. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously he's going to be the better option right from the get go. But just to compare and contrast the two, like, there was a couple of games where, like, at the start of the year for sure, Dave would say something and then there would just be dead air, right? And then, like, you got to wait for Shorthouse to say something next. Thought you would like that. And then, yeah, and then Ray Ferraro in, like, one of the games that he had at, or, like, early part of the season, too. He had this like moment where he was talking to Shorthouse. Shorthouse said something, and then he started joking, and he made Shorty laugh. And then it was just like two pals going for beers, hanging out. Like it's just a different level of broadcasting when Ray's there.
When we go
It
from
would
John
be-
and John to that, it gets a little bit awkward.
Yeah, exactly. God, it would be so cool if they brought back Garrett for the playoffs.
I think they might surprise us. I had no knowledge whatsoever, but maybe they surprise us.
The Undertaker's gong hits. Gong Garrett.
Comes out of a Heinz ketchup bottle coffin.
Right before a game, that'd be fucking hype.
But yeah. So that was basically the Canucks and Oilers game. Good, solid win by the boys, 3-1. The week ahead here, the Vancouver Canucks play 2 more games to close out the season, right?
Huge week.
Huge week, yeah. So the Canucks can clinch the Pacific with a single point in their 2 games, or they can clinch if the Oilers drop 1 single point. So it's pretty much, again, knocking on wood, a lock. And yeah, Prabby, if you want to go through the scenarios on who we can face here, you can have the floor here, sir.
All right. So it's between 3 teams currently: the Vegas Golden Knights, the Nashville Predators,
Dibs.
and the LA Kings. Yes, I agree. Dibs. Unfortunately, Vegas won today, which means Nashville's first wild card position is still in jeopardy. Gunny
Colorado
said,
choked.
yeah, Colorado
Yeah,
choked a
I
3-0 lead.
officially hate Colorado Avalanche. That's crazy.
Nashville has one more
Overrated.
game. Gunny, who was Nashville playing in the last game?
Nashville's playing
Pittsburgh, a
Pittsburgh.
desperate Pittsburgh Penguins team.
Desperate Pittsburgh.
So,
Penguins.
and then
This guy-
Vegas is playing, I think, Anaheim and Chicago in their last two.
Yeah, couple layups. Thanks, Bettman.
So yeah, so we need Nashville to win. And I think I don't know I'm not too sure about it, but I think Nashville just needs a point to clinch.
They do,
clinch
yeah.
the,
Nashville has a tiebreaker, so they just need to go to overtime with Pittsburgh.
Oh,
And
perfect.
then they would stay there. And then obviously the scenario of us we'd have to stay and not win the conference. So there is a lot of scenarios, a lot of
Yeah.
wins. Who does this? Who does that? This is complete ballpark. Probably also looked at scenarios. I was just saying to him earlier, I think it's like a 70% chance we play Nashville, 20% we get Vegas, and like 10% we can get LA.
Yeah.
So it's looking like Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
but there's like it's not locked in at all. We'll know more Monday.
If Tuesday's the actual deciding factor more than anything. You got Dallas and Vancouver both playing.
Okay.
It's Dallas's last game of the regular season. It's Vancouver's second last. If Dallas loses that game and the Canucks win, all of a sudden we're 2 points behind first in the West, and you start to think, oh God, bench them all.
Well, no, in that case, if Nashville lost on Monday, then Vegas just has one more game against Chicago, and then they would leapfrog them, and then we want to win. So
How many games does LA have left? 2?
LA has one. So on Monday they face Minnesota, or Tuesday they face Minnesota.
Okay,
So
so
we'll know
LA,
then.
and they're 3 points up on. No, they're 1 point up on Vegas right now.
Yeah, they're only 1 point up on Vegas. Yeah, Vegas controls their destiny right now. It could very well be just because of the opponents that Vegas is going to be playing in Anaheim and Chicago. It could very well be a Edmonton Vegas.
Gunny, you're such
round.
a liar.
Or first
LA
round.
has 2 left.
LA has 2 left. Oh my
Yeah.
bad.
Played 80 games, you goof.
Who can do that kind of math? Oh, and their
wait.
games against the Blackhawks too at the end.
Hold on.
Yeah,
That's
gravy.
my
They have Wild and Blackhawks. Yeah.
standings.
I would say Vegas has a better opportunity there, just with the opponents they play.
Yeah, actually, maybe there's a higher chance we face Kings than we do. Let's go with 70, 15, 15 if we really want to.
That math.
Pretty much, let's
Wait.
just really hope we get Nashville.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to face a 1-3-1 as a fan.
Yeah.
I think we win that with Demko. I think we beat any of these teams. But as a fan, I cannot watch 1-3-1. My heart can't handle that.
If we make the playoffs not if we, but we're gonna make the playoffs first time in almost a
The
decade.
playoffs?
No, I know.
I know.
I know.
That's a funny thing to say.
But we're gonna make the
He's
playoffs for the
used to
first
it.
time in a decade, and if I have to watch 1-3-1 for 7 games, I'm never watching hockey again. Like that's awful.
I'm gonna watch the games at my dad's house, and anytime that the Kings score or they do anything to upset and screw around with our team, I'm gonna wrestle my dad live on Instagram.
Wow, so I'm also gonna be at Triton's dad's house, so I guess I'll be the cameraman in this scenario.
Tag team.
I'll pull up. I'll be the referee.
It's gonna actually be awful to watch, but
Guy's
I
gonna
just hope we
fracture
don't
my
get-
other ankle.
I don't have an issue with playing Vegas. You got to beat the best to be the best. So play
Oh,
on,
if we don't get Nashville, I'm down for Vegas.
yeah, like
I just
head
want
there.
to see Vegas and
Give me
Dallas
the
kill each other.
Vegas lights.
Also, they'll have all of their
They're sweeping us
all
after
their injured players back game 1. Just
Who
want to
the-
complain about that. I'm not gonna not complain about the fact that Mark Stone's coming back game 1 again.
So trash, dude. Such a terrible franchise.
Lacerated spleen. Like what a choice there. Like back right for game 1. That's pretty crazy. Like that's a medical fucking marvel right there. Oh shit, that
I
team.
hate
Can
that
I-
team.
Can I do my Vegas again? The Vegas goal thing or no? Probably shouldn't, eh?
Do it.
It's probably not good for the pod. It's not good. It's
Do
just
it. I
Vegas.
don't even know what it is.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
it
yell
is.
on the mic. You know the Vegas go. Do that shit. Fires me up. It's so funny.
You guys
Uh,
electric for that.
Yeah,
What?
it's just good.
All right,
I
our
don't
most
know.
likely opponents, Nashville. Though, are we gonna disrespect them or what?
No,
I say
we
we-
shouldn't take any team lightly. They're kind of a little copy of us. Think about it. You got
They're on
Oh my
oh,
God.
a
My
oh,
phone
phone just
ring.
popped off.
this guy's
My
got-
apologies.
You're good. You're good. So they got a goalie in Saros. We got a goalie in Demko. You got a friend in me. Okay. Then we got
keep going.
Quinn Hughes to Roman Yossi. And then after that, it's they got Philip Forsberg. A couple of Tommy Novak, I hear, is pretty good these days. Yeah. Yeah. And then we got JT Miller, Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser, Ilya Mikheyev. Need I say more?
You could have stopped one earlier, but
Yeah, dude.
they just got a lot of. They've just been on an absolute heater.
They
That
have
was
been.
their whole thing.
Yeah.
They're like second half after the All-Star break, after we little cooled off, they were obviously going absolutely off. Just at the end of the day, there's a reason that we were top the Pacific and we've been doing well this year because we're a
Yep.
goddamn good team. I think we're a better team than Nashville. It's playoffs. I would
Definitely.
love for the boys not to have to go cross country to cross the entire country literally to go to Nashville but like
Did
end of the
you
day-
hear what Bieksa said about that? He said he'd rather them play Vegas for the travel reasons.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that is fair, honestly, because like that's a lot of travel. I think it's a 3-hour difference.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And actually, it's pretty heavy. But what can you do? We're gonna get who we're gonna get regardless. I don't think we're gonna rest. I don't think we're gonna figure stuff out. Like, when's our last game? Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday
Thursday.
against
Okay,
the
so I guess
Winnipeg Jets.
I guess so. We'll know at that point. And Winnipeg's gonna be playing too because they'll probably still be fighting Colorado for
For
home ice advantage. Yeah, there's a lot of juicy playoffs to finish here.
I like where BX is going with the whole travel thing, but I also
think so, too.
view it as like Nashville's also got to make that travel to Vancouver.
Oh no, it's not. It's like me thinking about on the road to the Cup. Once we've dealt
buddy,
with Nashville,
buddy, let me
the
tell you
issue is
something.
that we've
Clean them out in
had that
four.
travel.
Clean
Huh?
the mountain 4, take the rest of the week off. Clean the mountain
That's
4,
just one,
take the
and
rest
that's
of the
just
week
one travel trip there.
Boom, you're done. You're done. You go there once and you're good, and then you recoup for a week.
All right, nice and easy. I guess we don't want that going to 6. That's when it gets real troubles. I think that's what he said. That was BX's exact point. He's like that game 6 in Nashville really cost him the fact they had to head there.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fair. I just want to pull up a
head
little.
there in 2011.
Yeah, it was 6 games. We beat Chicago in 7, Nashville in 6,
buddy,
Sharks
King,
in 5, and
King. I know. And then everybody said we're gonna beat the Boss Bruins at 4. I remember.
And we were up 2-0.
And what do you mean? What does he mean? It cost them though. Like they won that game 6.
No,
but
he's
it's
saying
extra.
that for like the whole playoff run, like it was tough that extra day of travel.
Motherfucker, you beat the next team in 5. What are you talking about?
Man, the wear and tear happens. You get injuries.
That's
Yeah.
such a cap.
dude, if they didn't go to that game 6,
Tweet
Hamius'
him out.
back doesn't break.
It's like little
That's
things
so
like that.
not true. If
I
Hamius was
know.
smart and didn't try to fucking bench press 400-pound Milan Lucic, we would have been fine.
400 pounds. That's wild, man.
Lucic
You know what I
just
can't
knows is
wait?
250 alone. All right.
Is just to start hating on random fucking players this playoffs.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh,
Like Ryan
100%.
Hartman, hate that guy from that play-in series.
Yeah. Dude,
hate
Kevin
him. Greenway,
Fiala?
hate him. Oh, Fiala.
Who's
Yeah,
your
like-
go-to? Who's your go-to? I hate on Nashville. Like, who do you think it's gonna be?
Who do you think it's gonna be?
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want me to? Do you even want me to say my person that I think
Tommy
they're gonna end
Novak.
up hating? Yes,
Tommy Novak.
Tommy Novak. Why didn't they sign me? Why didn't they trade for me? All right, he's gonna go crazy.
Probably
Probably
give
gonna be
yours.
Ryan
I need.
O'Reilly.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ryan O'Reilly, but you can't hate Ryan O'Reilly. He's a good player. You respect
Luke
him.
Shen.
No, love that guy.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah. What if he starts doing some stuff?
I hope
I'm
he
gonna
does.
go.
What do you want me to say, man? No, I
Guys on the red eye to Nashville.
I'm gonna say Colton Sissons.
This guy just flexing his knowledge.
he's looking at the score. He's looking at the player stats. I'm doing the same thing right now. Oh, you know what the hell? No, boys. Why is that? Did Anthony Beauvillier get traded to Nashville?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he
Public
did.
enemy number 1, boys. Bovey.
Yeah. Hey,
It's-
any Nashville
God,
management, Barry Todd
imagine.
listening. Hey, I'll tell you right now, that guy's not scoring shit. I don't care if I'm jinxing it. I don't care about anything. I won't knock on wood. He won't do anything.
A fun fact: Anthony
Fucking
Beauvillier
Beauvillier.
has 1 point since. Oh God!
Just
Well,
keep going.
it goes back to February 23rd. Sorry.
Are
Hold
you
on
on
here.
your Yahoo Fantasy to find stats?
No. I'm on the score. December 31st to March 19th, he gets 1 apple. March 19th to April 4th, he gets 1 goal. Oh, and he just got an assist in Columbus. Sorry, he's been okay. He's heating up. He got an assist.
Did you say he's okay?
He got 3 points in the last 4 months. And you're like, oh, yeah, he's okay.
He's not bad.
That guy.
I don't think that's our vote for Canucks.
No, it's gonna be Jankowski. That guy seems like a bit of a plug. Dante Fabro.
Just naming random players.
Yeah,
None of us know Nashville except for me knowing one player. And
Yeah,
Dante
Fabro, who is
Fabro is like more skilled.
underrated as all hell.
Dante
He's had
Fabro.
only 50 goals.
Yeah. No,
I'm
the
trying
one
to
guy
look.
we do have to worry about on Nashville is Mo. I can't even say it. Mo Lester.
What the hell is that joke?
What?
I'm sorry.
The fact he fights for it. Like, he fights through to say it.
I tried. I couldn't do it. Oh man.
It's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, boys.
Get to the next talking point. That's the end of
Pod,
that.
it was a good run, the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I have a question for you guys. Do you guys think Demko is going to play these last two for sure? Because if Vancouver wins in Calgary, right, with Demko, like, do you want to sit him against Winnipeg? Depending on if Winnipeg, because Winnipeg wants to get home ice advantage against Colorado, right? Like they still have to win out, kind of, to I think make that happen,
Our
or
last
at least
game's
get one
Thursday.
more.
Are they going to make us play on Saturday? Probably. For the
Yeah,
playoffs?
I think so.
I just want to go back to the Nashville thing. I have a new most hated player. It's Michael McCarron. Just sounds like a guy I wouldn't like. 6'6" behemoth. All right. Continue
Guys
what
on
you
their
were saying.
full history here.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
I think Demko probably gets both games if he's healthy. Get him into game form. You just want. What if like he gets like just the Winnipeg game? Winnipeg's fighting for their lives. Pump 7 on him. Like that's just not a good luck going in.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, I'm just curious to how do they do it. So, like, I want him to play both, but I also don't want him to get like run over by Scheifele or something.
You could just go halves. Start the game, don't finish the game. Or for the Winnipeg game, I'm talking about.
Maybe, yeah,
For the
that
Winnipeg
might
game.
be the play.
That's just
Actually,
downright silly.
they kind of got to watch out for Calgary too. If Pospisil decides to run him for no reason, that guy's a absolute plug.
That guy's a piss missile.
Yeah, who knows? Honestly, these random teams that are just like end of the season, and by random teams I mean only Calgary, just kind of they're just playing hard for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of teams that are playing hard, Arizona Coyotes. They're.
Give me a bark.
I'll give you a howl.
Give me a sad howl.
How's that?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
That right there summarizes Coyotes for the last 30 years.
I was working on it. Yeah, boys, they're getting relocated to Utah. So
Salt
like
Lake
there's no
City, baby.
names yet, but like that's a pretty tough deal. Like I feel bad for the players. I feel bad for the fans. Like that's just unfortunate. I actually watched today because I just wanted to see what the crowd was like. On the Kings' first Stanley Cup Western Conference Final, they played the Phoenix Coyotes, right, when they were in Scottsdale or Glendale, sorry. And the crowd was pretty electric, man. I was watching, like, obviously it's, it's sports, teams in the playoffs. You're going to go watch a team in the playoffs. Like, it's just good environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the crowd was buzzing. They had fans, man. Like, they still have fans. It's just the situation is just absolutely pathetic. Like, however you say his name, the owner there, Morello or Murlo.
Yeah, I think so. He let them down bad.
He doesn't deserve for you. I'll try to say his name. That's how little respect he deserves. Murillo, I think it is.
Yeah.
He just an embarrassment. Like seriously, I don't know, and it's not on him too because he's just a scumbag owner. It's the fact that Bettman let him run around for 5 more years and then gave him this weird deal where for like the next 5 years, Coyotes he can bring him back if he gets an arena. He couldn't get an arena while they were there. How's he gonna get one after?
Yeah.
Like,
you guys see
I know.
they weren't like he wasn't paying the hotel bills or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
it's
the guy's
ridiculous.
straight up a scumbag. Like there's no reason to give him another team.
No,
There's
even
also-
his apology was just so empty. Like he didn't mean it. Like
I don't know if this was rumors. I kept seeing this on Twitter and Reddit. Is that his son was the one running their like Twitter account.
How old's his son? 5 years old?
I have no clue, but I think he was probably a grown man just making random ass tweets and stuff like that. Like it was a shit show through and through.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would just tweet out, "We're staying," and like 5 days they were out. Like it's
Yeah.
such a quick like, get the hell out. We're moving to Salt Lake tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The players like the sad thing is the team's gonna blow up, but the thing is I like a lot of their players, so I'm happy they'll at least go to like good teams.
That's the
I
thing,
would
right?
love if they stuck together because that they got a great
Wait,
lot of players.
what do you mean they would blow up?
Players don't want to leave. They don't want to go to Salt Lake City.
Oh, sorry. I see what
Players
you're
are
saying.
gonna have a say in that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense for sure. Like, it does suck too, you know, because like, yeah, like Arizona's on the cusp of building a good team. They got Logan Cooley, noted Canuck killer, and Dylan Gunther got 4 points on us in that 4-3 overtime win they got. Clayton Keller, Ingram had a great season this year. Like they were in the wild card for a while too. They just dipped out, obviously, right? But yeah, they have a good
They
good
dipped
group.
out. They went on a 15-game losing streak
Sorry.
after their arena deal blew up.
They plummeted to their death.
Yeah, they
Oh,
literally
God.
folded the franchise.
But
what else was there to say?
there's this to say, okay? You got to give full props to that team for getting that news during or before the Canucks game, coming out on the road, beating Vancouver in overtime, then doing it again in overtime in Edmonton. That's a gutsy team right there. Those players are professionals. They came in, made a shitty situation something great, right? Like I don't know, dude. That last game in the mullet, that might have to be some must-watch TV right there. I'm gonna be rooting for the boys.
Who are they playing?
Yeah.
They're playing the Oilers.
Ah,
Oh.
maybe I'll tune into that just to see the old mullet arena. Truly, thank God it's over though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've spent a lot of this pot. I think they're our second most talked about team.
They
It's honestly
must be.
close. It's close between them and the Oilers that we've discussed. But Arizona, like, thank God that like shit show is over. It's just been a stain on the league, and it's been an embarrassment.
Put down the dog.
Seriously, that and they've done it. Like, I wonder,
Yeah.
Salt Lake will be
Finally.
fun. Like an owner that's actually going to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
No more like team that's just there for like a dumping ground for the cap.
Yeah.
Honestly, and still they screwed us over on that one trade as well, so I hate them forever. As a management group.
What do you
I'll
mean? We
never
won.
forget.
We got Garland.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good then. That's fine.
Yeah, we're
Anything
good.
else happen?
No, nothing else happened, man. We're good. Don't worry.
Nothing else, perfect. Oh, never mind then. They can
Yeah.
stay there.
Oh God. Yeah, and then finally, boys, I just gotta say it because it's absolutely incredible. He's got 2 more games to do it. Austin Matthews has the sex number in goals, 69.
Wow.
He's
How
gonna
many
get
goals
to
is that?
70,
whole-
boys.
Whole pod canceled. Mo Lester. Now you're saying the sex number.
I'll go on record right now. This is the loosest we've ever been on the pod. Someone
No,
better
you're
sign
loose.
us.
You're
loose.
we. He says we as he drops like. Do you guys think how many does he finish with? 70, 71?
Probably
69.
90.
Yeah, hell yeah, probably gets it. The guy's a
69.
choke artist. He's
He's
ready
not
to
getting
choke.
it.
He's
He's
getting
in playoff
7-0,
form.
boys.
I don't know if you guys watched Steve Dangle's LFR, but he doesn't think they're going to play him the last 2 games.
Is he
Yeah,
sad about
Steve
it?
might be a bit stupid.
I
Or are
mean,
they
he
not
said
gonna play him?
it makes sense. Oh, dude, imagine. Well, do you know who they're playing next?
Who?
The Florida Panthers. You know who they're playing in the first round? The Florida
Who?
fucking Panthers.
Yeah,
They're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him.
That's
Like,
true.
They're
That's
gonna
actually
be
true.
going for him, bro.
They're gonna kill him game 1 as well.
I know, but like, imagine you go in like something could happen. Something could pop off in that next game, and I think the team they play after that's Tampa Bay. So
I don't know. I just don't sit right with me resting your player, especially if you're playing off like if you're playing like Blackhawks, go for it.
Yeah.
Playing the Ducks, go for it.
no, but
It'll-
if they have nothing
if
to
they-
play for, like
If we're playing Nashville tomorrow, you're gonna rest players. Well,
No.
we can't, I guess, because we have.
first of all, here's the thing, right? We have more than Ryan Reeves to defend our boys.
Sam
all the
Lafferty,
Leafs- yeah, Sam Lafferty, Nikita Zadorov. Like the Leafs have already locked in that 3rd spot. Like they can't go up, they can't go down. Like they're there. They have nothing to play for.
Yeah, fair enough. Actually, I'll resent.
Yeah.
They can rest if they want. It's kind of embarrassing though. Like let the guy hit 70. Let them have the chance to hit 70. Sorry.
Also, I'm like pretty sure they play the Florida Panthers. Let me double
This
check.
guy.
Misinformation, Jolt over here, just
Well,
randomly.
okay.
tossing.
While you look that up, Pravi, I'm just gonna quickly ask Gunny a nice little question here. So,
Oh,
2 games to go. Yeah, it looks like it's a lock for Austin Matthews because he's sitting at 69 goals. But 2 games to go. Besser just needs to get 30 goals in these next 2 games to win the Rocket. Do you think he does it?
This is ridiculous.
I'm done. This is my masterclass. Oh God. Did you find anything there, Pravi? You didn't answer.
Oh yeah,
so-
they play the Panthers and then they play the Lightning on a back-to-back.
Oh wow. Okay, those are 2 pretty tough games for them.
Gunny, your mic's muted, bud. Try to
Yeah,
take
he's-
us out. Take us
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna take us out here. Hey, this has been a great pod, though, boys. You know, I just want to say to our listeners, if you stuck along for the ride here, yeah, Gunbeer's out. But no, if you stuck along for the ride, we appreciate you. We love you. I can't wait to do a playoff preview next week here. Yeah, you guys could follow our channels, our Instagram and X or Twitter, if you still call it that, at What the Nuck Pod, and our YouTube channel and TikTok at What the Nuck. This has been the What the Nuck podcast. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.